Alright, welcome to another HopCast.
Welcome everybody. It should be familiar subjects for you today.
We're doing double IPAs.
Yes.
And as usual, I'm Brad Chmielewski.
My name is still Ken Hunnemeder, and we have a couple guests here. So, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
My name is Brian Gallagher. I am from Waukegan, Illinois.
I think that's all.
Oh, sorry. I misinterpreted.
Please stand.
Sorry, okay. Thank you.
And I'm Katie Sirles, down from Wisconsin.
We have a Wisconsinite here.
Here's to Wisconsin!
I think this is our first Wisconsinite on the HopCast.
Oh yeah! Well,
Usually keep it pretty local.
originally from Chicago, but whatever.
No.
Well, I guess that doesn't count. So if any of you Wisconsinites, I know we're still looking for people. Okay. So today, doing the double IPAs as we said.
Right, so first up, we have to give a big shout out to Ted.
Shout out!
Ted and Maura. Ted and Maura sent this Hair of the Dog Blue Dot. And it's their double IPA coming in at 7%.
Noise. And there's a little kind of like a backstory with this one as well, wasn't there?
Okay. Go. We're introducing the beers.
Okay.
Can I ask a newcomer's question?
Alright.
Double IPA. What's the beef? What gives? Why
All
double?
right.
What makes it a double?
More ingredients, which basically makes it more concentrated.
Okay.
So everything except for the water gets added.
Which
Added
usually
to,
means
usually
more,
double.
more alcohol.
I think I had a double IPA when I was at the Rogue Bar in San Francisco. So
They make a good one.
it was decent.
All
And
right.
let it be known, I'm not an IPA lover. So
Well, you've come to the right.
we'll see how this goes. Yeah.
HopCast loves them.
Stay tuned for drama. Yeah.
Well, I think I might be the only first-timer double IPA drinker here.
Okay.
So
All right.
Well, good.
Still first time.
Yeah. Buckle in.
Buckle.
So what do we got on that side?
On this side, we have the Imperial IPA from Green Flash out of San Diego. So
And that's coming in big at what?
yeah,
10?
this big boy is 9%.
Rounds up to 10. So.
Brad rounds up to 15. That's his scale.
15's my starter. So we're gonna start with the Hair of the Dog since it's at 7. We're gonna think that might be a little more intense. We'll work our way up. But
Could be. We'll
it's
find out.
backfired before.
Yes, it's not a perfect science. So yeah, here let's go ahead
do
and
this.
jump in and pour it out.
Alright, so that poured out pretty
Aggressively.
heady, yeah. It might have got shaken up a little bit on the way over, and then there was like some drops, some shaking up other
I didn't drop
things.
that one. I dropped the other one.
Okay.
But
So there's a little bottle shock.
yeah, it was completely foaming over, which also might have to do with the type of yeast that they use.
Most Hair of the Dog is bottle conditioned, so
Yes.
that's
Leave the yeast in there. Let it work a little bit.
Not bad, not bad.
Interesting.
right. So the bottle conditioning, should we explain that?
Yeah, you
hear it,
just
come on.
basically leave some of the yeast without having it filtered out when you put it into the bottle. People call these live ales because your yeast is still alive, and so they will continue to mature over time. This guy,
It's poured out your typical IPA color.
yeah, a little bit cloudy.
We have got some sediment in mine.
Yep,
Most
So
definitely.
You'd
Oh,
expect it really cloudy since it's bottle conditioned.
right. And we poured these quite a while ago. I still can't see the top of my beer. The head has retained.
Yeah. What makes that happen?
Hops will do wonders for your head retention.
And huge lacing.
Yeah, the lacing is fantastic. Also, if the alcohol gets higher, your head retention will go down. So this one is only coming in at 7%.
Right.
So it's right in the
Formidable head retention.
yes, exactly. And the aroma is
Yeah, it's so floral.
quite
It
pungent.
is. It's nice.
Getting like almost like pineapple-y, mango.
Yeah, I can see that. I was thinking
pineapple,
cotton candy
definitely.
at first. 'Cause it's got a very sweet, but you know, I'm diabetic, right? So cotton candy is but a distant memory. So I'll go with pineapple.
Even more than like your normal piney that you get from the hops.
No, I think you're totally spot on. Where it smells like almost like a fresh bouquet of flowers.
Yeah,
It
it's
does.
something.
So without further ado,
Hey, all right.
Let's dive on in.
cheers.
Indeed.
Huh.
Yeah, I think there is a different yeast strain in there. It's not just your typical American ale yeast. I'm picking up on like maybe some sort of Belgian-y characteristics.
Yeah, I can see that. It doesn't have your typical IPA like pow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah.
There is some bitterness to it, but it's not overpowering.
Picked up a lot on the bitterness. I don't have
Yeah,
very, you know, I don't have the greatest palate in the world, so
Yeah.
I can't really pick up on
I think
a
you have
lot.
the worst.
Yeah,
It's alright. No, yeah, it's, yeah, I don't know. I dig it.
I like it a lot. I think I like the aftertaste more than the initial taste of it.
See, that's the thing. I think it's almost like eating a grapefruit.
Yes,
you know, like-
yeah.
And you're a grapefruit fan, so
I'd say you should like the
you
IPA.
should indeed. Especially the aftertaste, yeah.
you've picked on it very well because hops very much oftentimes resemble grapefruit. Actually, my mother hates it for that very reason.
Yeah. I think because, you know,
This is
this is not his hatred of grapefruit, right? Not drink it. Mm-hmm.
So you think the yeast is more Belgian style yeast?
I think- I-
What gives you that impression? Yeah.
There's like almost a spicy characteristic to it, and also the way that the carbonation is falling. The Belgian yeast will carbonate differently than the American
You
yeast,
usually have a huge amount of head in the Belgian beers.
and they're very like effervescent, almost like close to a champagne like. Well, certain strains of it, but this certainly isn't your typical run-of-the-mill IPA. There's a lot of weird characteristics in there.
You know, I think you were exactly right on with the grapefruit because that's like especially the taste in my mouth right now. That's what's sitting in my mouth. But it's
Well, you heard it here, perfect breakfast beer.
There.
That's right.
So
Let's get it
the
going.
Blue Dot, the name is, what's it? Pale Blue Planet. It's brewed for Earth Day.
Right.
So
Yes.
it's-
Oh.
A blue dot is named after our planet. We're only pale blue dot in this universe. So they had an Earth Day celebration, and this was for
Hippie
these.
garbage.
That's Portland.
Come on.
Portland love.
It's hippie
Portland
garbage.
love.
Well, whatever.
Hippie.
Rubbish.
So yeah, but this is different
It is good.
than other haired dogs. They're usually coming in big at the 11,
No,
12%. Then. So this they like scaled it back down to earth for.
Nice partner.
That's perfect.
If you want to get into hair of the dog, this would be a great starter because the other beers, like we said, are a punch in the face.
I'm really digging this beer. Just overall experience.
It's different IPA. It's nice.
I'll give it a 95
On the Hunnemeder?
on the Hunnemeder.
OMG, that is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking about
That's a standout.
changing the Brad drinkability scale because of the Bud Light drinkability.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna go with the Brad barometer. Same rating, how many I can drink in a night before that's enough.
What did their lawyers contact you about copyright infringement?
My lawyers are contacting them.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, I'd put this in 94 on the Brad barometer.
Ted, you magnificent bastard, you've done it again.
So-
Cheers to you, my friend.
Yeah. Well, we gotta have is we can be the K and B 500.
Oh,
Right. That works, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what do you think of it, Toots?
For your first double
On a
IPA.
scale of 0 to 500?
Yeah, 0 to 500.
0 to 500. Well, no, this. Okay, so I lied. This isn't my first IPA. I remember
It's your first
I
cup,
just-
or double IPA.
double IPA, right? But my first IPA was after we played football. Whatever that was.
Right.
Anyway, I had it then, and I didn't like it, and I told you I did.
What was it that you had?
But
Truth comes out of the podcast.
That's right.
yeah, well, but I do like this one, even though it's.
Well, now I don't believe you.
No, I really do.
Liar!
It's more potent than the one that I had before. On a scale of 1 to 500, I would give it like a 445.
Hey!
That is preposterous.
So wait, so you gotta get yours.
Yeah, exactly, and then we'll average it. A 445, I don't know what you are smoking, I give it a 446.
So what's that, 445?
445.5.
There you go.
Officially on the.
All right.
You know you're gonna start getting hate mail from
I have not.
hippies,
That
right?
is bad. Hey, I love Portland. It's a wonderful place. I haven't had a beer in ages, so I'm gonna get unruly. You'll be lucky if I have my pants on by the end of the HopCast, or you'll be unlucky if I have my pants on by the end of the HopCast.
The guest is always down their beers really fast.
I know.
Give me a break. I came here to drink, man.
Let's-
Pussyfooting around.
We'll catch up with Brian and we'll come back with the second beer.
Alright, so we took care of the hair of the dog.
No problem. Brian didn't have any problem, you know that.
Brian's wasted.
I don't know about Katie, she might be lying.
She might have went to the bathroom and reported that.
That's right.
I did, that's why there was water.
That's why I spied on her the whole time.
That's right.
The whole time?
So moving on, we have the Green Flash Imperial IPA.
Green Flash.
And we've had some Green Flash in the past before. So, and they've been fantastic, by the way.
They're usually pretty good.
That's good.
So, let's go ahead and pour this guy out and have a taster.
Alright, so that poured out nicely. And
Very nicely.
And we were thinking about IPAs while we were pouring that, which is appropriate.
Yes, and I was thinking, you know, I was checking out my Facebook page today, like I normally do, constantly.
That's right.
And saw that our buddy Dale is a member of the HopCast page out on the Facebook, so check that out. He was drinking one of these single wide IPAs from Boulevard, so thought of him while we were pouring out our IPAs here.
That's Dale.
Raise a glass to Dale. Yeah.
Dale!
So yours was good, because this looks good.
Yeah, he had steaks though. He was warming up the grill for steaks.
Man.
We don't have any steaks,
Why
but
don't
we
we
did
have
have
steaks?
we did have pizza, which was good.
Right.
All right.
IPAs and pizza, in my mind, go really well together.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. IPAs and food go very well together. 'Cause it's just
Okay.
a nice clean.
Unless you're having like a lot of meats, then browns go really well,
Mhm.
but IPAs go good with food.
Absolutely.
I'll have to try this next time I eat food. This is good.
Cheers to Dale.
Hey, here's the Dale.
Dale!
And back to the Green Flash. A little bit more clear
Yeah.
than our previous offering.
And not as much head. Not at all.
Yeah, because this one is 9%, correct? So you're probably going to have a little bit less head retention.
There's not so much of that, like, you know how you were saying before about the pine kind of
Less
smell
floral.
to it? This is
Yeah.
definitely more of that pine scent.
I'm not confusing this for cotton candy.
Right.
No.
That's a fact.
I think this is more like straight up hardcore hops.
Yeah.
I like it though.
Small hint of greeniness in there, but certainly hop driven, as you would expect from the style of beer. So, all right.
Dive on in.
Yeah, let's
man, all
jump.
right.
Cheers.
Head first. Okay, perfect.
Alright, that hops is a little more there than the hair of the dog. But still not.
It's not overpowering, and there's a certain sweetness and creaminess to it that kind of rounds out the beer. So I would say it's a pretty
It's
well-rounded
very
beer.
crisp too. Like this one, more so than the last one. Just as I don't know, it has a very clean, crisp feel.
It does, and it tastes like something. And
Something.
I'm trying to
Correct.
figure out what it
It
is.
certainly doesn't taste like nothing. That's a fact.
Shut up.
So this is I'm surprised that this isn't as hoppy as it is for, it's 101 IBUs. So,
IBUs is the International Bittering Unit Scale.
I know.
Okay.
I didn't know.
I figured.
Good one.
so it measures
Bittering
how
units.
bitter a beer can be. It usually goes up to 100. You see 100 plus. Usually.
So it's a calculation on how much of a certain type of hops that they use to bring out, and when they use it in the boil. Certain hops have higher alpha acids than others, and it gets into this whole scientific thing. But
Oh man, I went to a liberal arts school. Science over my head, man.
okay, well I did too.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I don't compute it.
To liberal arts.
I
Yeah.
pass along the information.
Good.
So is this one of those things that's an acquired taste? I mean,
It's
I'm not saying I don't
If
like
she
it.
says she loves it, she's lying.
I'm just saying that it is different for me to drink right now.
Right.
It's not like something that I would
Well, you guys,
choose to order at a
you
bar.
guys just got
At least you're
here,
shooting us straight now.
and you're sitting down and you're drinking double
Not lying
IPAs.
to you anymore.
Right.
You almost need to have a beer first before you go for a double
Warm up
IPA.
beer.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, I certainly didn't start with the IPAs as my favorite beer of choice when I began my love of beer.
In high school.
No.
This is
Another
how maybe that was a
shot to your
lie. Yeah.
It certainly wasn't an acquired taste for me. I know that for a fact. I used to tend to veer away from the more bitter beers, but as I kind of like progressed, my palate kind of warmed up to it. So it's something.
I gotta say that, yeah, IPAs, when I first tried them, I loathed them. Loathed them. I mean, the Dead Guy Ale from Rogue, this is an IPA, correct?
American IPA, I believe.
Right? Like, yeah, tasted like Band-Aids to me. Like, used Band-Aids, you know? But hey, now I think a little age on me, a little experience,
And there you go.
now I can appreciate them. So,
I
there
think
you
mine
go.
is a lot nicer than Band-Aid.
Band-Aids.
Used
Actually,
Band-Aid.
Band-Aids is also another.
Ingredient in the beer?
No. It's a descripting word used for certain beers, like sour beers,
Yeah.
and that's actually something that like a flavor that people strive for in certain beers.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my god.
I suggest they stop. No doubt.
I personally, like
I'm
Brad's
amazed right now.
not the biggest fan. I love him a lot.
I'm warming up to him.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
That's cool.
I cracked open one when he came over yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, come on, Brad.
It was the Avery 15. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't
I thought it was
as
delicious.
sour as I've had
Hmm.
on the Hunnemeder.
On the Hunnemeder, I'm gonna go maybe like an 86.
Yeah. Barometer.
It's pronounced thermometer.
Barometer.
Everyone was thinking it.
I know I was
Barometer.
thinking it, so.
The barometer. 81.
Can't be 500.
Oh gosh. Well, I feel nice and warm.
That's alcohol.
It's not bad.
And
Yes.
I'm gonna give it a
Got a lot of options. 0 to 500.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
can I do this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
366.
All right. So you're kind of in the middle there, huh?
I like it, but I don't love it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, compared to the other beer, I think the hippie beer, as it were. And I love Portland. I've been to Portland, seen the Rose Gardens, wonderful city, wonderful people. But come on, let's call a spade a spade. It's a hippie beer. That one was great. This one, it's good, and it doesn't, like make me retch or anything. So hey, that's good. So I get to 250 baseline. I'll go 400 even.
Alright,
That's
so
not bad.
high 300.
Around 380 or so, something like that. I don't know.
Oh man, I should have thought of the math
375?
beforehand. Yeah, sure. Let's say 375.
We had a great time doing some IPAs.
As always.
So trying to warm up some newbies here and
Noobs.
convert them to the dark side.
The dark side.
As it will be. So thank you again for joining the HopCast. Come back next time.